Listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not the kind of information you find in car reviews, dealerships, or fancy online videos. This is the kind of truth that comes only from being around cars, broken engines, angry buyers, and dishonest sellers for more than 2 decades. If you are thinking about buying a car in 2025, whether it is your first car or your 5th, whether it is a cheap used one or a brand new one, there are things you absolutely need to understand before you even sit down in a test drive. Most people learn these lessons too late. I have watched people lose their savings, their patience, and sometimes even their hope because they went into the car market blind. Let me start by telling you something very simple. Cars today are not like cars from 10 or 15 years ago. In 2025, a car is not just an engine, wheels, and a steering wheel. It is a computer. Actually, it is 10 computers sitting on top of an engine. Every single part of a modern car talks to another part. Systems depend on each other. And when something small fails, it can affect everything else. That is why the mistakes people make today are much more expensive than they used to be. Most buyers think they are careful. They believe they are smart. They think they know how to judge a car by looking at it. But let me tell you something from years of experience. The cleanest car often hides the dirtiest truth. I have seen cars with shiny paint, vacuumed seats, washed engines, and spotless dashboards, and yet, 5 minutes on the lift reveals rust, leaks, structural damage, electrical failures, and years of neglect. People judge cars the same way they judge people at first sight. And that is the biggest mistake. Let me tell you a story. A man once brought me a beautiful BMW. It looked perfect. It drove perfectly. Not a single noise. The seller told him it was a dream car. And to be fair, it looked like one. But the moment I put the car on the lift, I saw that the entire undercarriage had been repainted. That is usually a sign of rust or accident repair. I looked closer. The frame was slightly bent on both sides. The suspension arms were new, but the bolts were different sizes, which means different mechanics worked on it at different times. The coolant had stop leak mixed in it, and every electronic module showed that codes were cleared the same day. That car was a time bomb. The buyer walked away shaking his head, realizing he almost paid thousands for a disaster. A week later, he told me the seller had dropped the price even more, which is a classic move. When someone is desperate to sell, there is always a reason. Let me tell you something else. The majority of used car sellers do not know the real condition of the cars they sell. They buy at auction, clean, polish, reset codes, and list them. They do not care about long-term problems. They care about selling fast. Some of these cars were rental cars, ex-Uber cars, flood-damaged cars, or insurance write-offs. They get repaired just enough to look fine for 2 or 3 weeks. After that, the new owner becomes the mechanic's best customer. Now let's talk about the mistakes I see every single day. People fall in love with cars too fast. They see a shiny car, a nice interior, a smooth drive around the block, and they think it is the one. But you cannot fall in love during a test drive. That is like meeting someone for the first time and asking them to marry you. You see only what they show you. You do not see the hidden problems. A 10-minute drive does not tell you anything about the engine wear, the transmission stability, or the cooling system health. That is why I always tell people the same sentence. Never trust a warm engine. Sellers warm cars up before a buyer arrives because cold engines reveal everything. If the engine rattles, shakes, or sounds unstable when cold, it means years of internal wear. When warm, the oil becomes thinner and hides the damage. Now let's talk about 2025 trends. You need to understand the market before you enter it. SUVs still dominate because people want comfort, safety, and higher driving positions. Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, Mazda CX-5, Kia Sportage, and Hyundai Tucson are the most demanded ones. They hold value because they are reliable, cheap to maintain, and fit family needs. Sedans are still strong, especially Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, Hyundai Elantra, and Mazda 3. These cars last long and break less often. European cars like BMW, Audi, Volkswagen can be great, but only if they are properly maintained. Their repair costs are higher, and most used ones are not in good condition. Now let me tell you something important about electric cars. In the last few years, people rushed to buy EVs. But now the excitement is slowing because buyers are realizing the truth. Batteries are not eternal. They degrade. They lose range. And replacing a battery is not like replacing a phone battery. It can cost as much as buying another car. In cold countries, EVs suffer. Range drops fast. Charging takes longer. And charging stations are still not as available as people hoped. This is why used EV prices are dropping. If you want a Tesla, this is a good year to buy it, but only if you check the battery health properly. I have seen people buy EVs with 30% battery degradation and regret it deeply. Now let's go back to traditional cars and talk about what I check first when inspecting a vehicle. I do not start with the engine. I do not start with the transmission. I start with the owner's habits. A car with a bad owner will always be a bad car, no matter how good the brand is. The first thing I check is tires. Tires tell a story. If the tires are different brands, that means the owner replaced them randomly. If the tires are worn on the inside or outside, that means there are alignment or suspension issues. If the tires are old, cracked, or damaged, it means the owner did not care. Then I check the engine on a cold start. A cold start tells you everything about engine health. If the car shakes or the sound is uneven, something is wrong. If the exhaust smells heavy or colored, something is burning. Then I check the oil. Thick, burnt oil means the engine has been neglected. Then I check electronics. Modern cars are filled with sensors. I scan the car for codes, and if I see that codes were cleared recently, it means someone tried to hide something. Then I check the undercarriage. This is where the truth lives. Rust, leaks, bent suspension arms, damaged frame rails, oil residue, coolant residue, old repairs. No seller tells you about these things, but the bottom of the car never lies. Now let's talk about what you should avoid. Never buy flood-damaged cars. Water destroys electronics permanently. Never buy a car that has been repainted completely. People do not repaint good cars. Never buy cars with inconsistent service history. And never buy cars with too many new parts. When a seller says they replaced everything, it usually means they replaced only the visible parts, not the actual cause. Now let me tell you what I recommend. Toyota Corolla is almost never a mistake. Honda Civic is reliable and balanced. Toyota RAV4 holds value extremely well. Mazda 3 and CX-5 feel great to drive and last long. Lexus RX is luxury without problems. Hyundai Elantra from 2020 and newer is a great affordable option. Tesla Model 3 long range is a good buy if battery health is good. Now let me give you the advice that people ignore but regret later. A high mileage car with excellent service history is better than a low mileage car with no records. Everyone chases mileage as if it means everything. It does not. Maintenance is what keeps a car alive. I have seen cars with 200,000 kilometers that drove perfectly because the owner took care of them. And I have seen cars with 60,000 kilometers that were disasters because the owner did nothing. If you want to protect yourself, follow these steps. Always check the car cold. Always check the undercarriage. Always scan the electronics. Always ask for service history. Never rush. And never fall in love too early. The right car will wait for you. The wrong car will ruin your wallet. I have inspected thousands of cars. I have seen everything. And if there is one thing I have learned, it is this. A car will never betray you unless its previous owner already did. If you understand that, if you stay patient, and if you follow everything I told you today, you will find a car that will serve you for years without making your life difficult.